What's going on, everybody? This is Afro Think Tank, and I just want to say that Donald Trump is the best thing to ever happen to Africa and African people. I'm gonna tell you right now, Donald Trump is the best thing to ever happen to Africans and the continent of Africa. And I actually said that the first time Donald Trump was elected.
And I agree with the bro 10,000%. Donald Trump is the best thing that could have ever happened to African people on the continent and African American people in America for exactly the same reason that the bro highlighted in his video. He knows nothing about Africa. He's totally ignorant to Africa, and most importantly, he has no desire to further colonize Africa mentally with LGBTQ trans radical propaganda. Donald Trump, as far as he's concerned, he's willing to do business with Africa, but he has no desire to socially engineer the African continent or countries in Africa to look like miniature versions of Europe or the United States. What more do you want from an American president? Right now, we have Congo in talks with the Trump administration because even they could understand that Donald Trump is someone who can be used as a tool to further African independence and help African countries sever their reliance or their connection to the West, unless that connection is made on equal terms in the scope of business, not in the scope of social engineering or adopting American culture, Western European culture, or any of this radical nonsense that we are forced to live under in the West. Donald Trump is the best thing for African people on the continent and African people in the United States. Why do I say Donald Trump is the best thing that ever happened to black people or African American people in the United States? Here's the thing. I will tell you one problem with our people as a black person. Way too much excuse making. Way too much victimhood mindset. Way too much complaining about what everybody else is doing to us, while every other group in America, despite their complexion, is making advancements. They're making progress. They're building economic infrastructure for their community. Black people are still complaining, and I'm not going to say that's 100% our fault. What I'm going to say is we have been trained like a bird dog to do exactly what we're doing. The black man and woman and child in America has been trained by the Democratic Party to never hold themselves accountable for anything that happens in their community, no matter how close to it we are. We could be directly responsible for something happening in our community, and we will, instead of taking accountability and moving to fix the problem, we will start looking around at who we can blame for whatever is going wrong in our community. I'll give you a prime example. We're dealing with the situation with Carmelo Anthony right now. Tragedy. I think it's a tragedy on both sides. Has the black community come together to say, hey, we need to really figure out what's going on with our YNs as we call them, and see why they feel the need to resort to violence in far too many situations, primarily in situations involving each other? No, we haven't even mentioned doing anything like that. All we're doing is rallying together under the banner of victimhood to somehow make Carmelo Anthony the victim, and by making him the victim, highlighting 400 years of oppression and victimization at the hands of white people and white supremacists. Bro's dad literally is trying to pray with black people. Bro's dad is literally shutting down pro-white protests in support of his son, all in the name of unity and coming together. Are black people mobilizing with the white people who really want to heal the nation? Are we mobilizing with those white people who really want to do the work of strengthening the ties between Are we uniting with the white people who really want to do the work of strengthening the ties between our respective communities? Or are we agitating and throwing insults at a mourning family, a grieving family who just lost a son? Of course, we're doing the latter, because that's what we do. Because if we even entertain the idea of unity, it takes away our ability to play the victim. That's what I love about Donald Trump. Donald Trump does not fall for that. You know why he doesn't fall for that? Because he's been around thousands of successful black people, multimillionaires, resilient black people in all different fields: sports, business, science, all these great black people, NAACP, donated money to the Black Panthers. He understands that black people are very powerful and resilient. But for too long, we've been given an alternative to tapping into our power and our resilience, and that alternative is to sit around and play the victim and wait for somebody to hand us money or hand us a check, or wait for somebody to do the work for us so we don't have to do the work for ourselves. And Donald Trump understands that. Donald Trump, in my opinion, is like your grandpa or your old pap, your old pappy. He'll listen to your belly aching, but he's not going to sit up and coddle you. He'll help you find a solution to your problem. He'll even contribute to you solving your problem. But he is not about to coddle you, because he understands, like your grandfather understands, like your parents should understand, far too many of our parents don't, that making things easy for you is not going to help you at all. Allowing you to depend on charity and sympathy and empathy is only going to make you what? A dependent. So Donald Trump deals with the black community on equal footing. And if you're truly equal, that means you can do everything I can do. All you have to do is put in the effort that I'm putting in. People got a lot to say about Donald Trump. That's fine. Oh, he's an oligarch. He's a coddled billionaire. Well, you know what? He is what he is. He was born into the society that he was born into. He was born into the circumstances that he was born into. But something tells me that even if Donald Trump was born in the damn projects, Donald Trump would have still been successful, because he just has a positive, can-do attitude, and he's not afraid to take risks. Whereas most people in America are risk averse, because if things don't go their way, they feel like, dude, I don't have anyone to blame but myself. Instead, they would rather not take any risk and then blame others as to why they feel fear when it comes to taking risks, therefore refuse to do so. Once again, I agree 100% with the bro. The whole situation in Burkina Faso, all the things going on in African countries, only African people are going to fix those problems. America's not going to step in and solve the problems of Africa. America's not even going to step in and solve the problems of the African American community. You have to be willing to do the work. You have to be willing to take a realistic look at what's going on with you. Look at the problems realistically. Stop looking for excuses. Stop trying to play the victim, and take the steps necessary to remedy those problems. Donald Trump understands that. 70, 80 years as a businessman taught him that well. He'll help you find the formula. He'll even support you if you go to him as an equal and ask for his help. But he's not going to carry you. He's not going to baby you. He's not going to coddle you. And there's no black community on the planet that needs to be coddled or babied. If what's going on in Burkina Faso is good, if Ibrahim Traore is good, he never did those elections, but I said I'm going to give him a chance. If what he's doing is righteous, he'll be successful. If what he's doing is some more bullcrap and skullduggery, guess what? He's going to fail like all the leaders before him. If he's trying to sell out to the white man, trying to find the biggest bag, it will be revealed. But what we're not going to be able to do, which I love, is blame Donald Trump for what's going on in that country. Trump hasn't even mentioned that crap because he doesn't really care as he shouldn't. He is worried about America, getting these illegal criminal alien migrants out of America and making America prosperous, making America work for the American people. So my brother Afro Think Tank is 100% right. Donald Trump is the best thing that ever happened to black people in Africa and black people in America. Now, my question is, are you going to sit up and complain? Are you going to sit up and let yourselves be used like idiots, like puppets by the Democrat Party to waste your time fighting against Trump for 4 years? Are you going to go to the table to see what you could get, like the Samoans did, like the Jews did, like the Asians are doing, like the white folks is doing, even the white folks who sold you lies about Trump for 4 years, and they're ready to sell you lies about Trump for 4 more years? Are you going to go get yours? Are you going to go to the table and negotiate to get what you can? Or are you going to sit up and wait until everything is handed out, plans are made over the next 4 years, and you get absolutely nothing? You will decide that. I'll sit here and keep giving you that real, and it came from the horse's mouth himself. Even the liberals have to admit Donald Trump is the best thing to ever happen for the African continent or African American people. Peace.